Let me ask you something. Have you ever promised yourself, okay, this is it. This month I'm finally going to start saving. And then the month ends and nothing changed? Or maybe you do save, like $20 here, $40 there, but it never feels like it matters because something always comes up. A friend's birthday dinner, a surprise bill, your car politely reminding you it hates you. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're not lazy, you're not bad with money, you're just missing the $500 rule, which is the single easiest financial milestone you will ever hit, and also the one that will change your life more than anything else that comes after it. And by the way, statistically speaking, 57% of people don't even have $500 saved in liquid cash. 57%. That's from a Bankrate consumer survey. And honestly, it explains a lot. Because once you hit $500, the entire game changes. My name is Eric, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people struggle to save their first tiny amount of money, but then suddenly manage to save thousands right after that. If you're someone who's tired of feeling stuck, overwhelmed, stressed, or like your savings never goes anywhere, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Alright, let's break down why your first $500 saved is the most important money you'll ever make. Here's the thing. Most people don't fail because they can't save money. They fail because saving money feels pointless in the beginning. Think about it. If you save $20 a week, that's $20. You look at it and go, wow, fantastic. I can buy 2 coffees and a half-eaten muffin. And when something feels pointless, your brain has zero reason to keep doing it. This is exactly where the $500 rule comes in. Because the moment you hit $500, 2 things happen. 1, you finally feel like you're making progress. 2, your brain switches from survival mode to builder mode. And trust me, you underestimate just how destructive survival mode is. When you have $0 saved, everything is a crisis. Your tire pops, crisis. Your dog eats something weird, crisis. Your fridge starts making the I'm about to explode noise, crisis. When you have $500 saved, most of these become annoyances, not disasters. That psychological shift is massive. Now you might be thinking, Eric, why $500? Why not $1,000 like everyone else says? Great question. Here's what most people don't realize. $1,000 is too far away for someone starting from zero, but $500 is close enough to feel achievable and big enough to change your mindset. And the math backs this up. According to the Federal Reserve's Economic Well-Being Report, 43% of Americans can't cover an unexpected $400 expense without borrowing. If 43% of people are under $400, then $500 isn't just a number. It's the point where you officially stop being financially fragile. And the moment you stop being fragile, you start thinking differently. Your brain is no longer panicking. It's planning. Your decisions get smarter. Your habits get consistent. You stop self-sabotaging because you finally feel like you're capable. This is where it gets really interesting. Let me tell you a quick story. A subscriber messaged me last year and said, Eric, I can't even save $100. How am I supposed to save $10,000? And I told him something very simple. You don't save $10,000. You save $100, then another $100 until the first $500 hits. Then everything gets easier. He didn't believe me. 6 months later, he sent me another message. Dude, I'm at $3,700 saved and I don't know how this happened. And I knew exactly how it happened because this is a well-documented psychological pattern called a keystone shift. A keystone is the thing that makes all other things easier. Saving your first $500 is the keystone habit of personal finance. Why? Because before $500, every dollar feels like a drop in the ocean. After $500, every dollar feels like progress. This is the same reason video games give you early, quick rewards. It keeps you hooked. Money works the same way. Once you hit $500, your brain goes, oh, this is working. Let's keep going. That's when saving becomes automatic instead of painful. Let's talk math for a second because the numbers here are important. Scenario A, you have $0 saved. You get a $300 emergency. You put it on a credit card. If you only make minimum payments, that $300 becomes $540 over time at 24% APR. Scenario B, you have $500 saved. You get the same $300 emergency. You pay cash. It costs you $300. That difference, $540 versus $300, is the entire reason you feel like saving never works. Every financial setback hits 80% harder when you have no savings. $500 stops that cycle. There's also something called the emergency event frequency curve, which sounds complicated, but it's not. The short version is most surprise expenses fall between $100 to $400, not $10,000, not $5,000, just annoying little things in the $100 to $400 range. So once you have $500, you're protected from most of life's financial punches. Not all of them, but enough to make you feel safe. Safety creates confidence. Confidence builds consistency. Consistency builds wealth. Now let me address the biggest objection people have. Eric, I can't save $500. I don't make enough. Here's what most people don't realize. Saving $500 isn't about income. It's about systems. Let me prove it. If you save $2.74 a day, $500 in 6 months, $9.60 a day, $500 in 8 weeks, $16.67 a day, $500 in 30 days. People blow $2.74 without thinking. One snack, one soft drink, one Uber because walking sucks today. The system doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to exist. Another objection. But Eric, I always end up dipping into my savings. Yes, that is literally the point. Savings exist to be dipped into so you don't go into debt instead. Think about that. There is a moment, and I see this all the time, where someone hits $500 and their behavior snaps into place. Suddenly they stop buying small, stupid things, start using cash instead of credit, feel guilty about impulse purchases, become addicted to watching the number grow, make better financial choices automatically. It's not magic, it's momentum. Here's an analogy that makes this super clear. When you push a car from a dead stop, the first few feet feel impossible. Once the wheels start turning, it gets easier and easier and easier. Saving money is exactly the same. The first $500 is pushing the car. After that, the wheels turn on their own. This is where the $500 rule becomes even more powerful, because after $500, something called the multiplier effect kicks in. This is when one smart decision leads to another. One small win creates a bigger win. One system creates multiple systems. Let me give you an example. A person hits $500 saved. They feel proud. They feel capable. They feel in control. That feeling leads them to try budgeting. The budget leads them to tracking expenses. Tracking expenses leads them to cut recurring subscriptions. Cutting subscriptions frees up $40 a month. That $40 goes straight to savings. Savings grows to $1,000. Now they feel unstoppable. All of that came from the first $500. Section 8, how to actually save your first $500, step by step. All right, let's get practical. Step 1, open a separate savings account. Not the one your paycheck lands in. You need separation. Step 2, set up automatic transfers. Even $5 a day. Automate it or it won't happen. Step 3, do a 7-day spending detox and no eating out, no impulse purchases, no random Amazon treat yourself nonsense. You'll find at least $70 doing this. Step 4, cancel one subscription, just one. Netflix, Spotify, whatever. That's another $10 to $15 a month. Step 5, sell 3 things you don't use. Old electronics, clothes, a chair you hate, whatever. The average American household has $3,100 of unused items they could sell, according to eBay's internal sales study. You only need $500. Step 6, pick one variable expense to cut for 30 days. Coffee, snacks, delivery food, Uber rides. Boom! You're at $500 before you know it. So look, if you're stuck, if you feel behind, if you've tried saving 1,000,000 times and it never works, try this one thing. Make $500 your only goal. Not $5,000, not $50,000, just $500. Because once you hit that number, something inside you changes. You stop doubting yourself. You stop procrastinating. You stop believing the lie that you're bad with money. You start becoming the type of person who saves. And eventually the type who invests. And eventually the type who builds real wealth. And it all starts with the first tiny milestone. Thanks for watching. If this helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.